Dame Maggie Smith, an icon on stage and on screen, captured hearts worldwide with her performances in Harry Potter and Downton Abbey. Known for her sharp wit and commanding presence, she left a mark on her audiences and peers alike. Tributes have poured in since her passing at age 89, with King Charles calling her a national treasure and Harry Potter's Daniel Radcliffe praising her as fierce, funny, and full of charm. While her career spanned 8 remarkable decades, Maggie cherished her privacy. In her later years, she reportedly lived in the quaint town of Pulborough in West Sussex, England. Her picturesque 15th century red brick home, which she purchased with her late husband, playwright Beverley Cross in 1981, was her sanctuary. Set on a large plot of English countryside, the 5-bedroom farmhouse boasted charming features like 3 barns, a vineyard, a horse stable, and a lush orchard with apples, pears, plums, and more. As we take a tour of her life and homes, we'll explore the spaces where Dame Maggie found peace far from the spotlight she so gracefully commanded. Maggie Smith, a legendary and award-winning actress, passed away on September 27, 2024 at the age of 89. Her family announced her passing, though the cause wasn't specified. While Maggie had a successful career spanning decades, her most well-known roles came later in life, especially starring in Downton Abbey and as Professor Minerva McGonagall in the Harry Potter films. Born Margaret Natalie Smith on December 28, 1934 in Ilford, Essex, now part of London, she moved with her family to Oxford at age 5. Her father, Nathaniel, was a pathologist and her mother, Margaret, a secretary. Smith began her acting career at the Oxford Playhouse in 1952. She was married twice, first to actor Robert Stevens, with whom she had 2 sons, Chris Larkin and Toby Stevens, and then to playwright Beverley Cross, who passed away in 1998. Maggie Smith is survived by her sons and 5 grandchildren. Despite battling Graves' disease in 1988 and breast cancer years later, Maggie remained resilient, continuing to charm audiences with her work. She was appointed a Commander of the British Empire in 1969, made a Dame in 1990, and joined the Order of the Companions of Honor in 2014. Known for her sharp wit, Maggie was also introverted and famously disinterested in being a celebrity. Once stating, "I'm always relieved to be somebody else because I'm not sure at all who I am." Well, it makes sense then that she chose a peaceful and private property to call home for many years. Maggie Smith was known to reside in the charming town of Pulborough in West Sussex, where she was able to live a quiet and private life. Her stunning 15th century red brick farmhouse, which she purchased with her late husband, Beverley Cross, in 1981, sat on a sprawling piece of countryside. While there are no photos of her home, we do know that it boasts 5 bedrooms, 3 barns, a vineyard, and a horse stable. Also outside, there is a beautiful orchard filled with apples, mulberries, pears, plums, and walnuts. Maggie was linked to a property here, one which even has its street view blurred on Google Maps, a clear sign of the actress's desire for privacy. This was also where Maggie raised her 2 sons, Christopher and Toby, both of whom followed in her footsteps to become successful actors. Fun fact, Toby starred as Captain Flint in the hit series Black Sails, while his brother Chris appeared as Captain Berenger in the same show. The actress had kept her private life under tight wraps, but she was often spotted shopping in the nearby town of Storrington. On a 2015 appearance on the Graham Norton show, Maggie revealed that she did often visit the Waitrose in Storrington and lived in a nearby village. While discussing her film Lady in the Van, she mentioned how the character Miss Shepherd had lived in Storrington, close to her own home. Dame Maggie explained, she, Miss Shepherd, lived in Storrington, which is quite near where I live. I live in a village next door. Pulborough, where Dame Maggie lived, offers stunning views of the Arun Valley and the South Downs, making it a stunning, nature-filled area. The village is home to Pulborough Brooks, a nature reserve known for its rich biodiversity and beautiful landscapes. Pulborough itself boasts a number of historic timber frame buildings dating back to the 15th century, giving the village a charming, rustic character surrounded by some of Sussex's most breathtaking countrysides. And to get an idea about price, homes in Pulborough weren't exactly cheap, with the average price being around $1.2 million or more to purchase one. Back in 2016, Dame Maggie's TV show home also came up for sale. The iconic home, featured in Downton Abbey as the dower house of Lady Violet, played by Maggie, was a grand 17th century estate, known for its majestic proportions and elegant architecture from the period. The property became a familiar backdrop in the hit show for over 5 years. As the series approached its final season, the property hit the market for £4 million. The manor, which had also appeared in other period dramas like Playwright and Cranford, was owned by local businesswoman Julie Hutton, who purchased it around a decade prior for £1 million. Interested buyers at the time of resale also had the option to buy not just the manor, but 4 additional lots on the grounds, including 3 residential properties and a development plot. Byfleet Manor, as it was called, was located in West Byfleet, Surrey, and was famously known as the home of the Dowager Countess from Downton Abbey. But its real-life history is just as captivating. The estate's origins date back to 727, when it was owned by Chertsey Abbey. By 1086, Byfleet was noted to have a manor, church, forest, and mill. In the early 1300s, King Edward II gifted the manor to Piers Gaveston, his close friend. Later, in 1619, Anne of Denmark, wife of King James I, commissioned a new home to be built on the site. Sadly, she passed away before its completion. The manor was rebuilt again in 1685 following the destruction of the previous home. Though smaller, it remained a grand residence, hosting figures like Queen Catherine of Braganza, wife of King Charles II. In 1905, the manor underwent a major restoration with 2 wings added, transforming it into the home seen in Downton Abbey. Byfleet Manor spans 6,000 square feet, featuring 4 reception rooms, 8 bedrooms, and sits on 18 acres of land. It ended up being sold for £6 million. As we conclude this video, we can see that Dame Maggie Smith was a beloved figure both on stage and screen. Her recent passing brought an outpouring of tributes from across the globe, recognizing her as a true legend. Throughout her life, she preferred the quiet charm of the English countryside, living in her 15th century farmhouse in West Sussex, where she raised her family and appreciated the peaceful small town life. That's gonna bring today's house tour to an end. Thank you all for watching. I'm Kara, and we'll see you all in another one. Bye. We have a big announcement that's going to allow you all to get a lot closer to Hollywood. Famous Entertainment has entered into an epic new partnership with Mogul Productions, utilizing the magic of Web 3.0. Have you ever wanted to land a walk-on role in a Hollywood movie? How about a producer's credit? Red carpet events, meet and greets, and more. You can even submit your own productions to have them filmed by Hollywood executives. Don't believe me? Mogul Productions was behind the release of City of Dreams, a film promoted by Sylvester Stallone, Mike Tyson, and executive produced by Tony Robbins. If you've been waiting for your chance to get your big shot at getting in on all the action show business has to offer, we're encouraging you to check out the Mogul Productions website. A link is down below. Here are some of the current opportunities up for grabs. The Caretaker. Star in the film and get taken out by lead actor Robert Bronzi. Can't Escape the Allure. Producer credit on Rello Ranzano's upcoming album. There's a spot to be an extra in the new film Texas Nightmare, currently being filmed in LA. If you click into each project, you can read more details about the project, who's involved, and what exciting perks are up for grabs. We'll be bringing you new updates each week about this epic collab, so be sure to stay tuned into Famous Entertainment for more